Usually when I show a beginner their first chords, the first four chords I show them are G, C, D, and E minor. Now as a beginner, they'll even find those chords challenging for a while. Getting the chords down themselves isn't too much of a problem, but switching from chord to chord is where it becomes a task for them. And for that first little while, it could be very discouraging. So today I want to show you an easier way of playing those four chords. If you learn this chord progression, it'll get you on the road to playing something that sounds more like music, and hopefully you'll be a little bit less discouraged. It starts off like this. You put your two fingers, your baby finger and your third finger, on the two bottom strings like so. Just like that. Now those two fingers aren't going to move at all. Now your first and second finger, you put your second finger on the top string on the third fret, and your first finger on the second fret on the second string. Now that's going to be your G chord. Now to make a C chord, all you're going to do is these two fingers, your two top fingers, keep in mind you're not going to move the bottom ones. You're just going to bring them down one set of strings, like that. So your second finger is going to be on the second string on the third fret, and your first finger is going to be on the second fret of the third string. And that's going to be your C chord. Now we're going to move on to the D chord. Now the same thing, those two bottom fingers aren't going to move anywhere. They're going to stay where they are. And you're going to move your first finger to the second fret on the fourth string down, and your second finger to the second fret on the bottom string. And that's going to form your D chord. Now finally, to make the E minor, you still keep your bottom two fingers there. Your first finger and your second finger moves up. Your first finger goes on the second fret of the second string, and your second finger goes on the second fret of the third string down. And that's going to form your E minor chord. These formations are a little bit easier because you're really only moving these two fingers here. The other two fingers are always staying stationary. There's plenty of chord progressions that you can make with those four chords to keep you interested. And don't get discouraged, it'll all come together in time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope these chord forms are a little bit easier for you to play.